Hello, hello. In this video, I'd like to talk about what do you think about yourself? How do you talk to yourself? So I made a video quite a while ago. Or I was explaining some people they cannot stay alone in a room. They are not in good company with themselves. So that's bad things, right? You need to be like in good company when you're with yourself. That's very important. And I think a big part of this is like the way you talk about yourself with yourself. Like when you talk about, do you use I? Do you use like your name? How do you talk to yourself? And what do you think about yourself? We experience that. Everybody in their life, they experience some time where they think, oh, I'm a loser or I'm a bad person. We have like a bad thoughts. But do you let your thought define you? No, like do you like you have to understand like sometimes you just have thought like even bad thoughts, very, very bad. And if you take them for granted, they can have a really big impact on your personality, on you, and you may did like a bad, you may gonna do bad things. So probably don't take it lightly. I met few people in my life. They have like a crazy thought, and then they went crazy because of their thought. They really took their thought for granted, and then they went cuckoo. I never did understand that, but like not long time ago, I had a crazy time in my life, or where the stress was at the maximum, and I was so scared, and I was about to lose my mom or something like that. It was a really, really bad time, and I was in a really dark place, and of course, I don't wish anybody to be in that place because that wasn't good. And like the fatigue, like kick, kick up. So I was like so tired. I didn't sleep for weeks. A lot of stress, but I was studying. I had to work. So like so many, like my body was like screaming. I had a and like in my mouth. I was like suffering. It was a bad time, and I could not calm down. It was really, really, really hard. I was in a really bad place, and you will probably have this few times in your life. And so at that time, I was like feeling like I'm a big loser, like I hate my life. I was hating the world. I was hating everything because of the fatigue, because everything, right? But at least because of wisdom and simple wisdom, I could go back to real life, just because I was telling myself, because I know the good part about me and the way I talk to myself, like in a positive way. Like I know who am I, kinda. It's like I know like there is like I know my strength, I know my weaknesses, but I always try to think, okay, like, oh, maybe I'm not perfect on my weaknesses. That is perfect. The one is perfect, right? But I was just focusing on the good part of me, and I try to just focus on that, and that helped me so much. And because I knew that, and almost I was at the edge to going cuckoo like for a while, maybe because I was so tired and everything was going crazy at that time. And it was a crazy experience. I was so scared. That wasn't funny. Sometimes your mind is can be like a bigger pain that's like a physical pain, and that was like a really hard time. And just by experience, by simple knowledge, by simple wisdom, I knew who I am, and I know like nothing is permanent. It's gonna be fine. And when you're in that like circle of a dark place, and when you're in a loop of bad things, you think it will never stop, but it will. But you just have to see the light at the end of the tunnel. And my light was to remind myself every second that okay, I'm a good person. I'm a good person. Uh, like your mind was giving me bad thoughts, and what it was happening. So like I start to grab them, and kind of to start to believe them. But I say, no, 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 this is not me. This is not me. That's not what we do here now. We don't do that. And that was a really weird experience. Maybe like you never experienced that, but if you see that video and maybe one day it happened, just keep that in mind, that know who you are. Uh, what do you think about yourself? How do you talk to yourself? I'm a winner. I'm a champ. I'm a good person. But if you always say, "Oh, I'm a loser," "Oh, I'm gonna die," if you, I don't know if you believe in karma. It's like your thoughts become your reality. And that's a Buddhist story, actually. This is a really funny story, but my teacher taught me that story. So it's a man that arrived in the island. In this island, like all your thought can become your reality. So he arrived, he said, "Oh yeah, I like to have a nice meal. I'm hungry enough, like a lot of food up here." And he saw that. He said, "Oh, that's cool." He started to imagine everything that he wanted. Everything was perfect. But he said, "Oh yeah, maybe there is a trick, or maybe there is something bad, maybe there is ghosts," and like ghosts start to appear. And after actually he start to freak out, and all his thoughts become the reality. It's just a story. So just to let you know that your thoughts are so powerful. And if you think in positive way, like positive things happen, right? If you think negative, a negative thing happen. It's just the way it works. We're just human. Now we have the blessing to have a conscious. We able to think. So use it, but use it the right way, right? And yeah, that's of course this is just a story, like to have give you a moral at the end to teach you something. But that's it. If you think positively, if the way you see yourself is very, very important. There is like a great book about that. I think the book is called like a psycho cybernetics. It's a surgeon that that work with like a thousand people, and they want to change their image because they don't like themselves. So it's a surgeon, like a aesthetic surgeon, right? And those people, they do a surgery to change their aesthetic, but they still see themselves like they were before, so nothing really changed. So the problem is a mind problem. And like read that book, is amazing. And when you read that, you will realize, and like when I was in a dark place, I kind of remember that book, that you have to change your mindset. You have to change the way you see yourself. We live in the world, like the aesthetic is so important, and we forgot, like we find ourselves ugly, we find ourselves like we don't belong, but we do. Like, if you don't think we're not perfect, even like a nice man, or like a 20 years old or nice lady, they will eat the world someday, and they will see that physic physical things is not everything. But read that book. You will learn so much. It's a good way to improve your wisdom, and the simple wisdom. So that's it for today. I just wanted to tell you, please, like, be nice to yourself. When you're with yourself, be in a good company. That is very important. And try to change the way you think about yourself, and you will have a great life if you do that. This is simple wisdom. If you want to know more, click the link down below. I wish you to have a great day, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye bye.